let's build an automated AI reply generation tool. All right. So before jumping into the automation tool, let's look at this document first. This document answers 4 simple questions. What are we going to build? Why are we building this? How are we going to do this? And what are the tools that we will use? So what are we going to build is a tool or a workflow to automate email replies in Gmail. Why are we doing this? Because writing emails is a pain in the ass. It requires too much time and I'm looking to save my time. And it's a redundant task. The 90% of the emails that I write every single day are redundant replies. AI can write it for me and I can probably just review it and send it ahead. All right. How are we going to do this? 3 simple steps. We will get the email, send it to the AI tool to write a reply, and then a draft will be created automatically for me to review and send it ahead. Very simple. The tools that we are going to use today are Gmail, Zapier, and ChatGPT. So Gmail, we already know. Zapier, you can go to zapier.com and sign in. So Zapier is an automation tool in general. It is by far the most simple tool out there for non-technical people. So it's a great tool. You should definitely check it out. And we are going to use it today to build our automation. Once you're in the dashboard, come here and click on plus create. We will create a new Zap. A Zap is nothing but an automated workflow. All right. The first thing that I will do is I will click on the top and I will rename this. Let's call this email auto reply. You can name it anything that you want. Now, every single automation, no matter it's in Zapier, NA10, BuildShip, or any other automation tool, will have 2 things at least. One is the trigger, something that triggers your automation. When something happens, then something else should happen. So the when is your trigger, and every single step after that, then this, then this, then this, that's your action. So here we have 2 things, the trigger and the action. So in our case, if I go back to my document, the steps are, we first have to get an email. So let's say I receive an email, that's my trigger. Then I send it to AI. So that's my action. And the next action will be creating a draft in Gmail. All right. If you don't understand right now, don't worry. We'll understand when we do it. So I'll click on trigger. I'll choose Gmail. And on the right, I will choose the trigger event. So I can just choose the new email trigger, which means when a new email comes to my inbox, then I want something to happen. All right. The account I can connect here. So I've already connected my email account. You can do it by clicking here, click continue. And now you can choose your label or mailbox. So you can choose your inbox if you want every single email that you receive to be replied to through AI. In my case, I have a bucket that I've created, which is people who build test. So every single email that comes to this label, I want that to be processed through AI. All right. I'll hit continue and I will test the trigger. Just give it a moment. Cool. Now you will see that there is email A, B, C. What does this mean? If I click on any of these, you will see these are just emails that are already there in my inbox. This is just for testing. All right. Click continue. So the first trigger step is set up. I don't have to do anything else for that. Now let's come to ChatGPT. All right. Action event. Click this. And now there are multiple things that ChatGPT can do for me. It can analyze an image, analyze text sentiment, moderation, classify. What I want to do is I want to choose this conversation. By the way, there is an write an email step also, but I'm not using it. I'm just using conversation. So click conversation, click here to connect your ChatGPT account. When you click this, you will be asked for an API key. How do you get an API key? You go to platform.openai.com. You buy some credits. So you will have to pay $5 at least to buy some credits on OpenAI. Once you do that, you go to dashboard, click on API keys and create a new secret key from here. You write anything that you want. So let's say people who build email test 2. and you create your secret key. Once the key is created, you copy from here, come back, and let me just show it to you. I'll create a new account, connect a new account, and I can just paste that key here. Yep, and continue. Once you do this, your account would be connected, and then you can hit continue. And now we can get started. So user message. In this, I will click on the plus button, and what this will do is this will show my previous step. So new email is my previous step. What I want to do is I want the body of the email to be here inside user message. So what I will search for is body. Okay, it's right on top. Body plain. That's what I want here. That's my user message. This is the message that will go to ChatGPT. All right. So I want my email to go to ChatGPT so it can write a reply. Okay. Model. So there are multiple models that we can use. For us, let's use GPT-4o. You can use GPT-4o mini or any other model that you like. But for me, GPT-4o works really well. Then let's ignore all of this. You can ignore this as well. Now assistant instructions is a useful one. So this is my instruction that I've written. You are an email specialist who writes the best professional emails in the world. Write an email reply to the email here and return a response in HTML format, only the body tag. Make sure to use enough line breaks. Don't add any signature message. This is my prompt, the system prompt. All right. Now temperature is the only thing that I will change. Let's make it 0.3. So temperature is the setting that defines how creative can the ChatGPT model be. So I don't want it to get too creative. I want it to follow my instructions as I've told it. So I'll just keep the temperature low and continue. I can test this step. Cool. And now let's see. So this is the reply to this email. It says, "Dear team, thank you for the exciting invitation, blah, blah, blah. I am particularly interested. Please count me in for the session." That's a great email. I'll just click on this plus button here to add another step. So the first step was the trigger. The second step, which is my first action, was sending the email that I've received in Gmail to ChatGPT. Now the response from ChatGPT has come in. Now what I have to do is I have to create a draft to that same email. All right. So to do that, I'll again click on plus button, click Gmail, choose an event. So click on create draft reply. So don't just create a draft, else it will not be a reply to the email that you had received. It will be a new draft. But what we have to do is create a draft reply, which means I want to create a reply to an email that I have already received in the past. Okay, click continue. Thread. Now how will it know which email to reply to? In your inbox, there would be hundreds of emails, right? Thousands of emails. So which email should it reply to? How will it know? It knows through this thread ID. All right. If you click here, it will show a bunch of thread IDs that don't make sense. So what you have to do is click on the three dots, click custom. And now from your first trigger step, which is the new email step, search for thread ID. Click this. Now it will automatically take the thread ID from your trigger, put it here, and now your draft would be created for that particular email. Hope this makes sense. 2. So who am I sending this email to? So again, click plus, new email, and the person who had first sent me the email, which was from email, that will be my to email. So this is a little confusing, but if you rewatch this, it will all make sense. CC, if there are people in CC, so we can choose that. So I'll just search CC and I'll choose CC emails. All right. Right now there's no data, but if there are people who are in CC, they will be added to CC again in my reply. All right. From, so let's just choose this. And if you want to write your name, you can. Body type will be HTML because the response from ChatGPT is in HTML. So that's why I'm choosing body type HTML, and it will parse that HTML and make it look good. Now body, what's the body that I have to write in the reply? So the body is supposed to be the ChatGPT steps response. So I'll click on plus button. Now I have to choose this conversation. Click here, and now I have to search for reply. Done. Continue and test the step. So right now you will notice that there is no reply to this email, but if I reload, you will notice that a new reply has been added automatically. I didn't write this. So it says, "Dear team, thank you for the exciting invitation. Please count me in for the session on Friday." It's the same email that we had received from ChatGPT. And now I can review it. If I want to make any changes, I can do that. And then I can simply send it ahead. All right. Very simple. Correct. So our Zap is complete. I can now publish. Give it a moment to publish. Now that the Zap is completed, what this means is every single new email that you receive will automatically have the AI written email draft ready for you to just review and send it out. All right, let's test it once. So to test this, I have sent myself a new email. You will see that a new email has been received, request for a meeting to discuss project collaboration. And if I check the draft, you will see that this draft has been created for me. Dear Mr. Sharma, thank you for reaching out. I am pleased to hear about your interest in potential collaboration for the upcoming Green Tech Expo. This was the email, right, that came in for Green Tech Expo. So the draft is ready. I can just hit send and I'll be done. So this is how you can automate a lot of redundant stuff that you do in your daily lives. Hope you found this video useful. If you have any more automations that you would like to see me build, please write in the comments and I'll help you build those automations. Be it simple or complex, we can build it with some or the other automation tool. Just write your ideas and I'll help you out.